I just finished season 2 of Severance and I need to yap about it. Also, I got another Scrawlrbox. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Sally and I'm a mixed media artist in Australia, and if you're not new here, welcome back. The February Scrawlrbox finally arrived. This took ages to get to me, but I am in Australia and this comes from the UK. This is an art subscription box. It includes a bunch of mystery art supplies every month, as well as a zine with lots of information on how to use your supplies and a prompt to give you inspiration to create something using the supplies inside. So let's open it up and have a look and make some art. All right, let's see what is in the box. Ooh, this looks like paint. I would say some heavy body, thick kind of paint. Let's have a look. Yep. Oh, cute. Little lollipop. Oh, how exciting. Sorry, I feel so unorganized. Hold on. All right, that's better. Okay, we've got our sticker and the painter's card. So, okay, so this is like the size of a credit card. Scrawlrbox, the painter's card. Use this card to apply paint to your canvas or use it to scrape paint away, cut it, mix with it, however you use it, just have fun and get creative. Cool. It's not very stiff, so we'll see what we can do with it. But we have 6 tubes of paint. These are Talon's Art Creation acrylics. So we have yellow deep. Oh, gold. We have gold. We have Naphthol red medium. We have cobalt blue. Sorry if this is out of focus. We have ivory black. Such cute little tubes. It's only 12 ml, so there's not like a ton of paint in here, but enough to do some paintings. And a titanium white. This is our print. Look at the texture on that. Thick. Oh. And our featured artist is Raphael E.M., an abstract artist living in Manchester. That is their Instagram. So our surface is in this plastic. Ooh. All right. Wow. So, okay. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really like thick card. We've got 4, I almost said slices. Why would I say slices? 4 slices of card. And then we have a paintbrush, number 6 round. Okay, so we have a paintbrush and we have this plastic card to use with the paint. And then we have a Derwent Precision 7mm pencil, mechanical pencil. Cool, so we can sketch with that. Let's have a quick flick through of our zine. Sturdy boards, a hardy surface for a thick medium. These primed boards are ready to go. Paints. Sit down with the featured artist. some of the textured abstract work, and then our scroller tips, blending, layering, lifting textures, deep dive using acrylic paints. So that's showing you different techniques with masking, behind the artwork, keep it loose, layer up, scrawler gallery. Oh, this is the charcoal box. I absolutely loved this box. I had so much fun. Look at this kitty cat. Congrats everyone. Mel Fallon, I know from Instagram. And our top 3. And what's your vibe? Scroller Extra. So this is a little rundown on different colors and the different kind of vibes and moods that they create. Scroller Stash, the world of abstract art, and I love Mark Rothko. Our prompt is inspired by ... Interesting. Look at how thick that is. I'm curious to see if this paint is actually as thick as that. But I guess we'll find out. Let's swatch and make some abstract still life of my surroundings. I grabbed some watercolor paper that I gotten in a previous Scrawlrbox just to swatch out the paints instead of using the surfaces provided, because there were only 4 pieces and I didn't want to waste one just on swatching. Now this gold paint is super sheer, so it will be good to use as a sort of glazing on top of other colors or mixed in, but it's a lovely gold and super, super shiny. So these acrylics don't seem to be extraordinarily thick, like they're regular acrylics from my experience, and I think the featured artist may have mixed them with a medium to get the thick texture that's depicted in the particular artwork featured in this month's box. But anyway, it's going to work absolutely fine for the idea that I have in mind. The prompt for this box is inspired by ... And the little description in the zine is, scrollers, look around you. What is your artwork inspired by today? Just like our featured artist, this month's challenge is to take the ordinary and turn it into the extraordinary. Form your interpretation of the everyday objects that surround you. This can be as simple as a lamp, through abstract techniques. Use color, texture, and shapes to express your subject onto the page. Now, I had just finished watching the season finale of Severance Season 2 the night before I opened this box, and I have some friends who I've been watching it alongside. As I'm pretty housebound and not close to them, we get on a video call, mute ourselves and watch the episode, and then have a full debrief afterwards. It's been the highlight of my week, and I feel so grateful to have such mindful friends who've found ways to include me. It's such a simple activity, but it's really helped me feel more connected off social media, which I have a very love-hate relationship with. So if you've watched the TV show Severance, you'll know who I'm sketching. This is, of course, Dylan George, played by actor Zach Cherry. Dylan had my favourite character storyline in season 2, which is saying a lot because this season was incredible and all the characters are so well written and performed. This is going to be a spoiler-free discussion, by the way, so don't worry if you haven't seen it yet, but honestly, what are you waiting for? I was really excited to tackle a portrait painted in this way, and I definitely could have played around with abstract shapes and made something like a pattern with this card and these paints, but I really wanted to challenge myself to see if I could actually capture a likeness. And I had so much fun with this, just getting messy and being loose but intentional. And I think, like, I did this pretty quick as well. I think having this larger surface card to lay down the paint will do that. I generally am so about capturing details in a portrait, so I wasn't sure if I'd be able to successfully capture the likeness of Dylan. And while we did get a paintbrush in the box, I really didn't want to rely on that. I wanted most of the portrait to be done with the card. And I loved the texture I was able to create with this method. It does use a lot more paint, and this is the reason I wouldn't normally paint this way. While I have a lot of art supplies and paints, I also don't have a lot of money, so I'm quite conservative with how I use them. And this is also something that's been on my mind recently as far as like the art subscription box goes. My subscription will be due in a few months. I get an annual subscription, and I'm just not sure that I will renew it. I love ScrawlrBox. I love getting it, and I do think it is worthwhile, but I also do consider overconsumption. Do I need more art supplies? No. And you just don't know what you'll be getting, which is the fun of it. But if you end up with a drawer full of things you won't use again, like what's happening? I do pass them on and donate them. And like I said, I really do believe the ScrawlrBox is good value and has definitely been worth subscribing to. But I am not one to promote unnecessary purchases. This is the reason I don't do haul videos, especially from unethical businesses such as Temu and Shein. And I also think about the environmental impact of getting this flown to me on the other side of the world. It's often overwhelming to think the problems of the world are so big, but mindful decisions about your purchasing can make a difference. Now, ScrawlrBox is an ethical and amazing company, but I have found a local mystery art supply subscription from Deravan out of Sydney, and it's nowhere near as comprehensive as the ScrawlrBox. You get 3 tubes every 2 months, a medium, a colour that's limited edition, and a sample colour. So I know as a painter, I'll definitely use what's in each box. So it'll be cheaper for me, and it's shipped every 2nd month, and it's local from an Australian brand. So I'm considering switching to that once my ScrawlrBox sub runs out. Truly, my thoughts these days are, how do I make more ethical decisions under capitalism? How do I work with my physical limitations? And what movie do I watch? So I did cut up the card into 3 pieces just so I would have some smaller sections to do a little bit more detail in. Like I said before, I really didn't want to rely on the brush. I wanted most of the painting to be done with the card. So this was how I tackled that. So Severance is a mind bender. It's so thought-provoking, and it's been really amazing to be able to discuss it amongst the 4 of my friends and see what different thoughts and theories we come up with after each episode. This is something that definitely happened more in the before streaming times, hi old, when things aired week to week and were more like events to be discussed. You know, that old water cooler trope. There are definitely shows doing weekly episode drops. White Lotus comes to mind. And while I really do love a full day binge of a show, you can still do that once all the episodes have aired. I was watching my favourite film critic, Megan Cruz, on TikTok live stream the other day, and she was talking about this briefly, how dropping entire seasons has affected renewals of shows and their success. If a show doesn't get huge numbers in the first 24 hours of dropping, it's sort of seen as a failure. So many shows need time to develop, and that's the beauty as opposed to feature films. With TV, we get so much more depth and character development. We get 10 to 12 hours instead of 2. And TV at this quality, the cinematography, the writing, the performance, the direction is absolutely on par with film. I can think of loads of shows that have had just as important an impact on me as my favourite movies. Twin Peaks and 6 Feet Under definitely come to mind immediately. So yeah, Severance is amazing. The season finale was incredible, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch it. I'm so glad I made the decision to cut up the card because it really allowed me to do the majority of the portrait just using the limitations of the card and the texture that would give me. And then I just used the paintbrush that was in the box to do the details, like painting in Dylan's glasses and doing a little bit of the shading to give a little bit more dimension to the face. But the majority of it was done with just a piece of plastic, and it was such a cool challenge. Absolutely loved this box. Very, very fun. If I do end up not renewing my subscription, I will definitely miss it. I still haven't made that decision yet, but I did sort of talk about some of my reasons why I'm considering that earlier. Also, these videos tend to get pretty consistent views on my channel as well. So as far as the channel goes, it would make sense to continue with the subscription. But is that more important than the other reasons that I discussed? I don't know. Like I said in my last video, I'm not making videos to make viral videos. And when I talked about the haul videos, I know haul videos get views, but I'm just not, like, that's just not what I'm here for. There's plenty of other people who do that. That's just not me. So anyway, here is my finished portrait of Dylan. I love that texture. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm so stoked with how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more art stuff. I absolutely love how this turned out. This is a very different style for me. The thing I do love about the art subscription boxes is it does get you out of your comfort zone, and the supplies you usually use and the techniques you usually use with those supplies. So yeah, I absolutely love this sort of textured portrait. It's not really abstract, but it's abstract for me. Jump in the comments and let me know if you've watched Severance season 2 and what you loved about it. Please, no spoilers for anybody else who hasn't seen it, but I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch it. Season 2 was definitely worth the wait, and I cannot wait for season 3. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.